I've always equated Christmas with warmth. Ever fallen in love with the sound because the world slows down just enough for people to remember that you exist? But that Christmas, I discovered how it feels to be forgotten. It was December 24th. The city was like a postcard picture. Lights strung around each street lamp and golden warmth in the windows. Laughter burst out of cafes. Couples clasped hands. The families hurried home with bags full of gifts. And then came I, walking alone, with my hands buried deep in my pockets, attempting to feign that I was not feeling cold or invisible. I was 17 at that time, old enough to understand pain, still young enough to hope for miracles. At least, I hoped I was. My name is Lily. I lived with my dad, my stepmother, and her 2 children. They always said we were one big, happy family. However, families don't make you feel like a guest in your own house. Since the death of my mother 3 years ago, and then, Dad was no ordinary house. He does not inquire anymore about how my day is going. I think I stopped noticing when I didn't speak up when I could. Stopped noticing me. My stepmother, Karen, never spoke an ugly word against me. She didn't have to. She knew the value of cold looks, the type that makes you feel like you're in the way at all times. The reason I remember that morning so clearly was that I woke up to laughter, uplifting voices, the sound of wrapping paper. For a brief instant, my heart leapt. They're celebrating, I thought. Perhaps this year is different. I hurried down, my socks squelching on the wooden stairs, and then I stopped. They were all sitting around the tree. Dad, Karen, my stepbrother Max, my stepsister Emma. The room looked magical. A Christmas tree standing tall, decorated all over. Gifts piled up beneath it. Everyone was smiling. Everyone except me. Nobody was looking up when I walked in. Karen gave a gift to Max. He ripped it open. Brand new gaming console. Yes! He shouted. Dad laughed. Careful, don't break it already. Emma opened hers next. Designer footwear. She squealed and hugged Karen. Dad picked up another present, handed it to Karen. Necklace. My chest contracted. I stood there, waiting. Seconds went by, then minutes. Nobody called my name. At last, he turned to me. "Oh," he said, as if he'd just remembered some trivial thing. "You're awake." It was over. No Merry Christmas. No hug. A gift. Just that. I made a smile. "Merry Christmas," I said softly. Karen nodded without looking at me. "Breakfast is on the counter if you're hungry." Hungry? I was ill. I ate my toast alone in the kitchen. The laughter coming from the living room was louder than any silence I had ever experienced. I looked at the counter. No plate with my name. On gift bag. Nothing. Just as I was thinking this to myself, they did not forget. They just didn't care. Approximately at noon, Dad grabbed his coat. "We're going to Aunt Linda's," he said. "Big family dinner." I skipped a heartbeat. "Can I come?" I asked. The room fell silent. Karen caught a look with Dad. "Well," she said slowly, "it's mainly for close family." close family. I nodded. Okay. Father did not look at me. We'll bring you something back. Something. Like leftovers. The door closed behind them. The house fell silent. No laughing, no music. Nothing warm. Just me. And the blinking Christmas lights. I sat on the couch hugging my knees. Outside, it began to snow. Perfect. I don't know how long I was sitting there when my phone beeped. An e-card from my best friend, Sarah. Sarah. Merry Christmas! Did you get what you wanted? I looked at the screen. My fingers were hovering over the keyboard. So I asked, me. Yeah, it's great. I lied. Because sometimes it hurts less than explaining. I knew that I could no longer remain within that house. Therefore, I grabbed my jacket and headed outside. The cold air stung my face. Others walked by me with gifts, laughing and hugging. I was like a ghost. Everyone believes in ghosts. I walked until my feet ached, until the lights blurred into one long glowing line. Finally, I found myself sitting on a bus stop bench, alone, again. I saw families drive by. The windows became foggy due to warm temperatures. It was then that I cried. Not loud, not dramatic, and simply quiet. Like, as if I didn't even have the right to cry fully. Are you okay? I looked up. There was an old lady in front of me. She had a red scarf tied around her neck. She appeared to be holding a small handbag. Her eyes were kind. I quickly wiped my face. I'm fine. She didn't believe me. No one who is alone at Christmas is fine, she added softly. I laughed bitterly. Guess that makes sense. She sat beside me. My name is Rose, she said. What's yours? Pretty name. We sat there for a while. She didn't ask questions, didn't push. She just stayed. At last, she handed me the bag. For you. I blinked. I can't... Merry Christmas, she said sternly. In the bag, there was a knitted scarf. Blue. My favorite color. My throat closed. Thank you, I whispered. For what? She asked. For seeing me. We kept talking until the snow stopped falling. She told me that she lost her husband many years ago. I told her that I felt as if I had lost a family despite being alive. She listened, actually listened. Before leaving, she squeezed my hand. Christmas isn't about who forgets you, she said. It's about who remembers. As I returned home, it was dark in the house. There was a box on the counter. Cold food. No note. Apology. I headed to my room and tied the blue scarf around my neck. And for the first time that day, he could see that the eye was feeling warm. I made myself a promise that night. I would stop pleading to be let in. Stop shrinking to fit into spaces that didn't want you. I deserved better. Years went by. I moved out, went to college, made my own life. It wasn't easy, but it was mine. And every Christmas I thought of Rose, the stranger who has given me more than those from my own family. I remember last year, Christmas Eve, standing in my apartment. A small tree in the corner, soft music playing. There was a knock on the door. I opened it, and there she was, Rose, smiling. I found you, she said. I hugged her hard. Since family, it isn't always who you're born with. Sometimes, it's who chooses you. Everybody celebrated Christmas that year, and this time, nor did I.